All right, as I promised, I'm going to read the comment that it's Benji made. All right, so you guys can see why I was so passionate about making that other video that I made. Okay, because he articulated his point so well. Okay, so he says that this is after the prime, after Colorado lost to not North Dakota State, but after they lost to Nebraska, right? It's Benji 7127 says, Prime is so disingenuous when he talks about that online and running game. Now, when he says Prime is disingenuous when he talks about that, I don't know what he's referring to. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. He's referring to the O-line. So let me start it over. Excuse me. Let me start it over. He says Prime is so disingenuous when he talks about that O-line and the running game. It baffles me that his cult followers can still buy his bullshit. Dallin Hayden, number 7, had 5 carries for 6.4 yards per carry. That's why on my last video, I told you guys that there was a running back, all right, for Colorado that averaged over 6 point something yards a carry. Now, you guys may say 5 yards is not a large sample size. Well, make it a large sample size. Don't justify not running the ball by not running the ball. It's not like he had 5 carries for 2 yards. He's gaining positive yardage. So this idea that they can't run the ball is a lie. But you guys are believing that bullshit. And then when and I hate that I'm cursing, but I'm sorry, I got to do it. And when he gets on there and says, well, they couldn't run the ball, that's why they resorted to the passing, or they were down, so they had to pass to try to come back. Well, Prime, you wouldn't be down if you had competent offensive plays, meaning that if you had a balanced offense, you would actually have more time of possession, giving your opposing team less possessions, so you won't feel the pressure of your defense being on the field too damn much. That's why I said the reason why Colorado is struggling is bad coaching. They're too quick to pass the ball on offense. They don't possess the ball long enough to give their defense a rest. Their defense is consistently on the field because the offense can't move the ball because they're too predictable. So the reason why Colorado is bad and why their defense seems like it's bad is because of poor coaching. They don't get time to rest. They're consistently on the field all the time. So let me read this. I'm not going to make any more stops. I'm going to just read this totally without making comments. I just can't help but to kind of stop and comment on certain things that it's Benji said. So let me start all over so all this can make sense, so all this can connect. Prime is so disingenuous when he talks about that O-line and the running game. It baffles me that his cult followers can still buy his bullshit. Dallin Hayden, number 7, for Colorado, had 5 carries for 6.4 yards a carry. And Prime has the balls to come to the podium and say that they can't get the run game to work. He's lying to y'all. But this is a Christian guy, right? Okay, I said I won't comment. Okay, let me keep reading. Shedeur has 15 incompletions as the 3 Colorado University running backs have a total of 11 carries. That's why I love It's Benji, man. He sticks to the numbers. You hope this doesn't go over your heads. I'm going to read this again. Shedeur, not completions. Shedeur has 15 incompletions. Not completions. 15 passes that he threw that did not connect. Yet, the 3 Colorado running backs combined have a total of 11 carries. Make that make sense, folks. Tell me how that means that you're trying to run the ball. We're not talking about one running back. We're not talking about a one bell cow back. The 3 running backs, between all 3 of them, they had a total of 11 carries. But Shedeur by himself had 15 incompletions. How are you trying to run the ball, Coach Prime? That doesn't compute. That means you're throwing the ball way too much. The fact that you have 15 incompletions lets me know that you're not trying to run the ball. And then between your 3 running backs, you only have 11 carries between them. And one of them had 5 carries for 6.4 yards a carry. The numbers don't lie, Coach Prime. So you can lie to your blind sycophants who follow you emotionally, who lack critical thinking skills. And I know they're going to call me a hater for this video, but I could care less. Okay? We're talking about facts here. And if you can't handle facts, then go to somebody else's channel that just promotes Coach Prime without thought. Because we think over here. You cannot make this stuff up, man. and grown adults had the nerve to come online and say that our running backs didn't want to compete as they all left in the portal. Remember the running backs that left last year for Colorado? Yeah, they were grown men, grown adults were insulting those players, saying they didn't want to compete. Well, how can you compete when your coach doesn't give you the ball? Yeah, they want to compete. I think the opposite is true. They want to compete, so they left. It's not that they didn't want to compete. If you guys have such a great running back room with all these great running backs, then use them. You're not using them, Coach Prime. You're lying to the public. And grown adults have the nerve to come online and say that our running backs didn't want to compete as they all left in the portal. Like, people, are we serious? Do we not have a mind of our own? Can we not see how making the decision to be a running back at Colorado is a self-sabotaging decision? I said that before. If you're a running back and you go to Colorado, that's career suicide. I'm severely disappointed in that weak showing because it's obvious it wasn't Sean Lewis. It wasn't Sean Lewis. I said that. It wasn't Sean Lewis, folks. It was Prime. It isn't Schumer either. That offense looks the exact same as last year. It's clear Prime and his philosophy to showcase his son is a #1 priority. I've been saying this. I was early on this. I was saying this early last year, and people were, get a life. You're a hater. You're putting another black man down. People are telling me all sorts of stuff. I'm not trying to put anybody down. I'm just calling this as I see it. Just because he's a black man and I'm a black man doesn't mean that I'm going to stop thinking. I'm going to apply critical thinking skills and say what I see. And it's clear what he's doing. Prime in his philosophy to showcase his son is his #1 priority. Don't tell me they care about winning until number 7, Hayden, gets 15 carries per game. He clearly has what it takes to be clear-cut #1 running back. Man, I love It's Benji's words, man. He's killing this comment. Reading along here, he says, and don't get me started on Charlie Offerdahl starting. Word on the street is he's their best pass blocker. LOL. And I'm willing to bet that he will be starring in a new segment of Prime Season #2 documentary. Therefore, he has to get his playtime. I can go on forever. Colorado University is a shit show under Prime, and I'm only holding on by a thread to support them. Yeah, man. Man, it's Benji, man. Dude. That's how I feel. Like, I'm supporting them, and I'm not watching Colorado to hate them. Okay? I'm not watching them to say, hey, so I can hate. I'm watching them to see them be successful. But it pisses me off when I see the talent that they have, and they're not exercising their talents. Last time I checked, offense means that you can pass or run. Why is everything about passing? And then you know what? I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm going to just leave it there. I think that everything that It's Benji said it all. If you want to rewind this video, listen to everything that It's Benji said. It's true. Between three running backs, total of 11 carries, Shedeur alone had 15 incompletions by himself, not to mention the times he was sacked. But you can't get the running game to go. You're a damn liar. And as a matter of fact, he would love for the running game to be bad so he can justify, but the running game is not bad. That guy, Dalen, I think that's his name, he's a good running back. Give him the ball more. Again, thank you, It's Benji, for your comment. Thank you, guys. Leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think. Is It's Benji, is he off in what he said? Is he being critical? Is he being a hater? Is he trying to paint a narrative here? Or is It's Benji stating facts? Leave a comment, guys. Tell me what you guys think. All right, peace. To the next one.